Hey, it's Adam from CollectionDX, and today it's arrived. The Macross toy I have been waiting years for. The 1/3000th scale SDF-1 Macross. This came courtesy of Angles. Thank you guys. Ken actually wasn't going to even stock this, and they took care of me when I pointed out to him that this was indeed a finished toy and not just another version of their model kit. So he went out his way to get this to us, and I really appreciate it. They're always super good to us. So it's angolz.com. Check them out if you haven't. So here you go. It's bagged. Something that has been pointed out by other collectors already. When you're going to take it out, the bridge here is sticking out of the bag. So when you unbag it, be careful, or you're going to break something off. Now here's the fun part. If you haven't heard, in order to keep costs down, they have decided to give you parts you have to add on yourself, little model sprues. And I am not a modeler, so I talked to Prometheus 5, our resident copy editor and modeler and collector and friend, about what the hell do I use to get off the sprues without leaving a mark, and he told me go buy this, and so I went and bought that, and I have glue, and I'm going to do my part to put that together, so when you see the finished review, that'll all be it. So, and I'm done putting it together. As you can see, it's lovely. It is really stunning. So putting on the parts wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So let me show you here. The majority of the pieces were like this. They were a screw hole cover that once you put it in, it was going to stay there. You didn't have to worry about anything falling out. A couple places you will probably need glue. Right here on the outside, for example, some of these, like this turret right up over here, up here on the shoulders, that's probably going to need some glue. But all in all, it all went on fairly easy. What should have taken about an hour, maybe tops, I ended up taking almost a day because I couldn't stop playing with this. So as you can see from the video, the finished piece is incredibly detailed. So a lot of folks are like, where's the money going? This is it. Also, weight. This feels incredibly good in the hands. It's very well balanced. It sits there very nicely. See if I can get out away from the camera a little bit so you can see. And it's weighted so that if you hold it there in the middle underneath, it sits right. It feels right. Where, hang on here. So, where the original, well not the original, but the redos of the 160 Valkyries are very light, and that lends to the agility and speed that they have, whereas in my mind's eye, you know, Super Dimensional Fortress as a toy should feel absolutely insanely heavy. Well, not insanely, but this is close to 2 pounds right here. And as you can see, it holds all the parts and pieces right where it should. No fear of anything flopping or falling off. It's incredibly well done. Yep, that's right, City. As in the movie, Macross City is in here, and if I got in really close, you'd be able to see through the glass. But basically, this just slides forward and pops off. And inside you're left with a lovely view of Macross City. So as you can see, the stand allows you to display it in Fortress mode. But it is low to the ground, as you can see. I would have preferred maybe some more height on this. But whatever. I have an aftermarket stand I've been using for this just to kind of show it off flying. So, not a big deal, but yep, solid, sturdy, holds everything in place. make sure that the arms have something to rest on, so nothing is going to give under gravity over time. I did want to show you really quickly before I transform it that the included stand I showed you, the parts and pieces in the box, allow you to configure it in both cruiser mode and in storm attack mode. Alright, so we start here. There are sort of these decorative tabs that are just flush up against the body. Just want to move those away. I'm going to come here. Actually, I should show you this now. If I can get this on camera. Right in there, there's a small pin. And if you take this upper arm, 2 clicks, that pin pulls back in. That's what helps hold the arm level to the body. And I'm going to bend that so rail guns can clear. I'm doing the same on the bottom. Bringing that around and rotating. Same thing on this side. Little tabs, you're going to just want to flip outwards. Then you come here to the main body and you separate the main gun from sort of a deck. I was a little rough with that one, but not a big deal. Then we get the rail guns out of the way, kind of pull those apart, and they, as you can see, they rotate out. Rotate the bow. Now, up here on the bow, we've got these sort of antenna or points. These do indeed slide in. Be careful though, they are sharp, and do the rest of this off camera. They do slide in, though in the film they're always out, so do with it what you will. Alright, from here I'm going to basically just grab the leg, pull out. There's a die-cast metal subframe in there that holds it all together. The legs are on a single ratchet joint. So now there is a locking tab in here. I need to pull that out. It'll make more sense in a second. And while the body's fully extended, you're going to want to slap that in. It just slides in, and this just kind of goes right over and down. Once you've done that, go back to this. Now here you can see it. There's a tab. Push it towards the body, and it's now locked in there, so it's going to hold. It's still a little loose. What you do from there is basically just push down a little bit, and that's now tight. Carefully put the bridge portion down, and of course you want to slide, make that look a little more. So those do slide down the length of the arms, and those just sit where you may. But last but not least, we have the main guns. So of course they do pull up. If you want to fire them, push that down and bring it down. That locks them in the upright position when you don't want them to be firing. So you only need to use that button when you want to unlock them from this position. Otherwise, to move them to their normal resting position in Fortress mode, or Storm Attack I should say mode, you just push down. And that is how you transform the SDF-1. Other than the arms, it's pretty much the legs are what's adjustable. There's basically one ratchet joint, and that allows you to, get the center of balance right, or make it look like he's flying, I suppose. Also, you can pop it on the stand. That does transform and allow you to attach it in sort of a flying over the landscape mode. And that's about it, but what you're left with is really just one really incredibly well balanced feeling, high quality. Honestly, I think this is the finest Macross toy I've ever had the pleasure of owning, touching, playing with, groping, transforming. I'm just kind of at a loss, folks. I don't know what else to say. Worth every penny if this design is something you like. And you're a Macross fan, well, don't be sorry. It's fantastic. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go actually play with this some more and move on with my evening.